Hello, and welcome to our first week of Build Me a Hero, the program that's going to teach you how to write your own superhero story. My name is Sam, and I'm going to be helping you guys through this journey of creative writing. It's going to be a lot of fun, I think. So our first week is looking at creating our main character and what kind of powers they have. So when we think about superheroes historically, a lot of them have really cool and unique abilities. For example, Spider-Man has been bitten by a radioactive spider, and he has the ability to sling webs, climb walls, and shoot webs from his fingers, which is pretty cool. He's also known as Peter Parker when he is not Spider-Man, right? And what does he do for a living? He's a photojournalist and scientist in some cases as well. So when Spider-Man was created, there was a core idea, which is a guy with spider powers, right? And that's what we're looking to create this week. I'm going to give you a couple more examples. This is Squirrel Girl, also known as Doreen Green. Doreen has the power of squirrels. What's that mean? She's got squirrel teeth, squirrel claws, a squirrel tail, and she can chuck nuts and kick butts. Or how about Kamala Khan, also known as the current Miss Marvel. She is the first Pakistani Muslim hero to ever exist in comics, which is a fantastic thing. Kamala has the ability to become very long, very stretchy. She can be very big. She can be very tiny. She has elasticity, essentially, as a power. So her arms can be really wiggly, which is pretty fantastic, I think. And her stories are so much fun. Kamala is a fantastic character, and one that I know I love a lot. And lastly, I don't have a comic, but I'll show you my statue. We have Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman believes in peace and justice and kindness for all. Diana, also known as Wonder Woman, also has the ability to use a lasso of truth, which means that when she wraps somebody with it, they have to tell the truth. And she has these bracers that allow her to deflect bullets. She can also deal with, oh my God, so many things. She has an invisible jet. She has the ability to run really quickly. All around, Diana is the kind of hero I know that most days I aspire to be, which is being good and kind. So now that I've shown you a bunch of example heroes, the goal this week is to create your own. So a couple of questions you need to ask yourself is, who are they and what is their name, right? So I want you to create a name for them, one that is their regular identity if they have one, and a superhero identity. Because in many cases, a lot of these heroes have two identities. They have to share with the public who they are as a person, but maybe they also like to have their superhero identity a secret, which we're going to talk about in a sec. The next thing is the race. Are they an animal? Are they an alien? Are they a human? It can be anything. I mean, there's toothbrush heroes out there after all. Lastly, what is their powers? What kind of powers do you want this character to have? Do you want them to have the ability to fly? Do you want them to have the ability to have all the powers? I would prefer, if you can do that well, it can be really great, I think. And lastly, do you want their super identity to be public or private? So what this means is, for example, everybody knows, in Metropolis that Superman is Clark Kent, right? He is both Superman and Clark Kent. Everybody knows this. But somebody like Batman, not everybody knows that Batman is also millionaire, developer Bruce Wayne, right? So do you want everybody, in your city to know this superhero, or do you want it to be a secret? So that's something you also need to consider as well. So I hope I've given you some food for thought on how to create your superhero. Join our Google Classroom, and I've put up some great examples, as well as if you're not comfortable drawing your hero, I've also provided some templates for how you can create one through different programs. But I'd love to see your artwork. Please submit it to us, as we want to see your progress in this program as we move on. And I cannot wait to see what kinds of heroes you create. I'll see you next week for part 2 when we look at creating communities. Goodbye!